We're going to be looking at what Spirit has to share with us for Gemini. The cards have been pre-shuffled extensively. We're looking at the Six of Water and the Broken Mirror, which is Rescue of Water. So for some of you who may be cross watchers or who may be interested in knowing what there is for you to see in the energy, we're looking at what is to be rescued. There is something that has come through in the way that you have been experiencing your life path, where you have experienced a lot of perhaps help that may not have been so helpful anymore. We're also looking at how this has come to you where you've now just woken up from the illusion. I'm also picking up that there's definitely some of you that have been experiencing perhaps within the capacity of people that you may have trusted, that you've come into that experience where you've been led to take note of who you can get to know more, and perhaps you have lost your nerve. For some of you, I'm also picking up that there has been some issues that have come up that has given you a clarity in terms of why this has happened. Let's find out why exactly this has happened. We're being shown Nine of Fire here, phosphorus of fire, which tells us that we're looking at your creative process, your creative experience that has come through in this time. It's definitely led some people to become perhaps a bit jealous. Some people have become a little bit standoffish. Those that you thought you had supported or had thought you had their support has been has come into this place where you're feeling like you've been left in the lurch. But remember, we're looking at what you already know. So for some of you, you may resonate with this, and if you do, please drop your comment down below in what you've been experiencing as a Gemini in this period. I'm also seeing that perhaps the sensations of the people around you may have been too much to have handled. We're also seeing that there's definitely a guidance that is coming in here. We're going to be looking at what you are not seeing right now, that you're definitely protected by the ability to be able to see, sense, and dream your creation in place. We're seeing here Venus water is the creation, is building up something brand new. The Regency of water indicates that you've been putting all your things into one place. You may have felt like you've been completely let down. For some of you, I'm also picking up that you've lost the ability to perhaps buy something. I'm seeing some of you may have had struggle building a house or trying to buy a house, and in that way I'm seeing that process has been making you feel like you've lost the nerve to perhaps go on. But towards the latter part of the day, I'm seeing that you're being given the guidance to actually step back and realize that this is all about an illusion that has been breaking down. And so for some of you, there may be in relationships some breakdowns as well taking place, where you have had to endure, and perhaps you've also been at the end of your tether with all of that said and done. Let's see what there is a little bit about here. We have the sun upside down here. This is the masculine energy, which means that you're being given the guidance to understand that even if you build your creations, that you may not be able to see it right away. You may be able to not fully see the entire capacity of what it is that you've had to endure. For some of you, I'm picking up that this is definitely a passage to a quickening and livening up something that has perhaps been latent within your deeper parts of your soul that you've been unable to come in contact with. Within this, we're also seeing that there's definitely guidance coming in within this moon period that we're in right now. You as a Gemini may have been overthinking perhaps within the situations of perhaps blaming yourself or feeling like you may have failed certain people, places, or things. And within that said, what you've not been able to see is that really what you've been doing was to really break down away and break from the things that have not been supporting you, may have not been in assistance of your growth. We're also seeing that within time, the gestation period that you might be experiencing your creation coming into place, your ability to build something new, that you may look at it within a period of 9 days or 9 months. This is definitely like a rebirth that is taking place for you. I'm seeing that you are stepping into the phoenix energy, which is the rebirth that's taking place. Let's see how you are able to bring all of these things together, how you're able to correlate it all. We're looking at the annulled, which is a breaking down of something that you knew has not been in support of you, and tangibility of air, which is number 8. And in this, you're being given the understanding that you are so close. You are so close, you can literally touch that sense of energy. I'm also seeing that it comes with a breaking down of old things, 6 of quake of earth. And this means that within a rising up, there is always an old foundation that breaks down or falls away from where you perhaps have started in your life path. Underneath, I'm seeing that underneath the deck, there is the agency of created beingness, which tells us that you are being given the inspiration to start all over again, to start from new within your life path. I'm seeing that for some of you, you're walking out much like that is displayed here, where a relationship has now come to an end, and you have had as much as you've been able to do to endure while you end the contract with that. I'm also seeing that for some of you, if you've been experiencing a relationship that has been very abusive towards you, that you've been making sure that you cut those ties or those cords away from your life, so that you're being unable to be touched by it or affected by it. And pretty much right now I'm picking up for some of you that some of you feel, I've had enough of this now. I'm stepping away from it all. Let's have a look and see what Spirit has to tell us within the passage through this for you. Let's have a look what there is in terms of what you're seeing right now. You're being shown that this is the messenger coming to you, bringing you the information that you're seeking to acquire. Many of you may experience synchronicities. You may even find that some of these things may come to you where you are the least expected. Specifically designed as a little child here, which means it'll require from you to take note that you would need to become humble in the ability to receive the information or the message to come to you. Furthermore, we're seeing here formality. This is only a formality. For some of you, I'm seeing that there is some sort of contract that you're about to sign. Some of you are able to come into a formal setting where you're going to be stepping into something that is a bit more accustomed to you. There's a lot of art around this person here, which suggests that many of these artistic images or impressions are showing up for a reason. So you may see it in images, or you may see it even in designs. For some of you that are perhaps very much in contact with something that has to do with creative endeavors, your creation is now going to come to life. And you are just going to go through the formalities of actually rising up out of this setting that you've been in. More came out than I expected, but I'll take them. We're looking at celebration. We're looking at harvest. We're looking at nobility. And we're looking at tempest. It would definitely be a tempestuous state of affair if you had definitely moved away from things where they perhaps have had clawed so hard on your energy that you have been able to or disconnect yourself from some of these people or these events or situations. Some of you may have been experiencing a lot of emotional upheaval within your deeper parts of your heart and your soul and your spirit and your mind, and perhaps some of it has also been reflected in your body. And so what there is right now is a process of celebration where you are being celebrated for who you are. You are being garnered with the ability to be seen for what it is that you are needing to put to place here. Remember, you have a mission, and this mission is to be able to take care of yourself, your own heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit, where you are able to be that chosen one for yourself before you look at anybody else outside of you. This is for some also very important, where you're understanding that this is the pathway to your personal and sovereign nobility, that you're able to understand and see the harvest of all of your actions and your deeds that you have attained. And so taking us to this point, and this one stayed behind, is the portal. This is the second time since I've shuffled the deck that this card has come out. So this is for someone very important to understand that what you've seen within your experience has taken you through a passage that may have been dark and perhaps tempestuous over this period of time. I'm seeing that you had to go through this hardship before you could able to go through the portal to be able to see who you truly are for your internal self. For some of you, you'll understand that you are in this place where you are fully encountering the truth of your own vessel of who you are and being. And in this way, you're being shown the guidance of knowing that you have set yourself in the right place. You are seated at that table where you have always meant to be at. You are seated there where you have taken a lot of time and effort and energy to get to that place, because it's only some that are able to get to that table. And within this period, it is your turn to have been able to experience and reap those rewards. I'm seeing that for some of you on a personal level, there may be relationships that have come to an end, but then some of them may try to come back into this connection, may try to be part of your harvest, that they may even try to sit by your table. And yet you'll have the chance to be able to set certain rules in place, because only if they are worthy of you are you able to have them be at your side. I would say that you have come to that place where you are setting down the rules and you're putting it into a direction where you are essentially now in control of your life path. If you've got a family, for some of you, I'm seeing that you as a family have now become stronger and you've brought yourself closer together, where you are able to step out of the main activities that have been making you feel like you have been feeling lost, that you felt like you perhaps have not had a job. I'm seeing some of you have been struggling to get work as well. Within this, I'm saying that it is just a matter of time where you are able to step back and realize that the message has been coming to you for a long time, in terms of closing that door down, the one from the past that perhaps have let you go. You have to close the wound back down, close the door back down, so that you're able to go through this portal. In order for you to do that, you would need to step into this passage where you are accepting that you are someone worthy of being able to sit at the table and to be part of your own nobility, which is a noble cause for a noble man or woman. And I will leave this with you. I hope that this has given you some affirmations and some guidance and some wisdom and some food for your soul. Until next time.